Deputy Conway-Walsh.
As we work our way out of the turmoil of this pandemic, the entire EU project faces an extraordinary test. But there are opportunities not only to address the democratic deficit that contributed to Brexit, but to reshape many aspects of our society and indeed of the whole of our island. The EU has a major and crucial role to play in this transition, and the EU financial support package, the suspension of the Stability and Growth Pact, the temporary relaxing of state aid rules, the CAP transition regulation and of course the next CAP programmes have to be used to invigorate the regions. Now is the time to firmly place balanced regional development and rural Ireland front and centre of EU and government policy by identifying and implementing rural solutions to national problems. All too often we in rural Ireland hear about the millions and billions that are made available, but it's always out of our reach. Too much bureaucracy and too many unidentified beneficiaries. And to that end, I have great concerns about the high interest rates being charged by banks at the moment when we see globally interest rates being so low. It would be unthinkable that the banks were to again capitalise on the backs of ordinary people. But during this pandemic, focus has been put on the fact that 40% of the population live in the Dublin area and 44% of people work here. Now, only a fool would consider this imbalance to be sustainable or even safe. Investment policies driven by population numbers simply do not work. We can no longer miss out on the opportunities to deepen and widen the links between education and industry, or to forgo opportunities of remote working and learning because we don't have equal access to broadband and telecommunications. We are losing out so much on human capital, denying children and adults of children with autism and those living with disabilities the opportunities to develop and use their abilities and talents to their full potential. The economic recovery must include fast-tracking of critical and physical telecommunications, infrastructure, as well as introducing fairness into our fishing and agricultural industries. We must ensure that we proactively pursue all monetary opportunities, as well as using the fiscal instruments available to direct industry and job creation. The long-promised strategic development zone at Knock Airport must be advanced as a matter of urgency, and the airport itself must be enabled to reach its full potential as a catalyst for growth in the West. The EU Commission proposal to make 2021 the EU Year of Rail presents us with opportunities to bring the Western Rail Corridor to fruition and to upgrade existing rail lines. We now have an opportunity to where we live. So to squander this crisis would be a travesty. The crisis itself brings about change, but it is inevitable, but the progress is optional. As this is my maiden speech, Cancorla, I want to sincerely thank the people of Mayo for placing their trust in me and in Sinn Féin and assure them that this seat belongs to them, and I will certainly use it wisely.